Have you ever wanted something badly, but wished you could get it without working for it? A better life, more money, more success, a better future. We all want these things. But there is one simple truth we often forget. Nothing valuable is free. Everything we truly want has a price. And sometimes that price is not money. Sometimes it is time. Sometimes it is hard work. Sometimes it is patience. Today, I want to tell you the story of a young woman who learned this lesson the hard way. Her name was Mia. Mia lived in a small town with her mother. They did not have much money, but Mia had a big dream. She wanted to become successful. She wanted a good job, a beautiful home, and a comfortable life for her mother. But Mia had one problem. She wanted success without the struggle. Every morning, Mia dreamed about her future. She imagined herself sitting in a nice office, wearing beautiful clothes and earning a lot of money. But when it was time to work for that future, she always found an excuse. She wanted to learn English, but she didn't want to practice. She wanted a better job, but she didn't want to learn new skills. She wanted to save money, but she loved buying things she didn't need. One day, her friend Sarah told her about a new job in a large company. The company is looking for someone who can speak English well, Sarah said. Mia became excited. "This is my chance," she said. She applied for the job. A few days later, she received an email. She had been invited for an interview. Mia was very happy. She thought, "This job is going to change my life." But there was one problem. The interview would be in English. Mia suddenly realized that she could not speak English confidently. She knew some words. She understood simple sentences. But when she tried to speak, she became nervous. Still, she decided to go to the interview. The next morning, Mia entered the company. The office was large and beautiful. She sat in front of the manager. The manager smiled and asked, "Can you tell me about yourself?" Mia opened her mouth, but no words came out. She became nervous. She tried again, but her sentences were confused. The interview ended after a few minutes. When Mia returned home, she felt disappointed. She sat quietly beside her mother. Her mother looked at her and asked, "What happened?" Mia said, "I wanted the job, but I wasn't ready for it." Her mother smiled gently. Then she said something Mia would never forget. "You wanted the reward, but you didn't want to pay the price." Mia looked at her mother. "What do you mean?" Her mother replied, "Success has a price, my daughter. You have to pay with your time, your effort, and sometimes your comfort." Mia stayed quiet. That night, she thought about those words. She realized that her mother was right. She had spent years wishing for a better life, but she had not spent enough time building one. The next morning, Mia made a decision. She would stop waiting for her life to change. She would change it herself. She started learning English every morning. At first, she studied for only 30 minutes. She learned 5 new words. Then she made simple sentences with them. She listened to English stories while doing housework. She practiced speaking in front of a mirror. Sometimes she made mistakes. Sometimes she felt tired. Sometimes she wanted to stop. But she continued. 1 month passed. Then another. Slowly, Mia noticed something. She could understand more English. She could speak more confidently. She was no longer afraid of making mistakes. She also started learning new job skills. She saved some of her money instead of spending it. Her life did not change in one day, but she was changing every day. 6 months later, Mia found another job opportunity. It was not easy. The interview was in English again, but this time she was ready. She walked into the office with confidence. The manager asked, "Can you tell me about yourself?" Mia smiled. "Of course," and she began to speak. Her English wasn't perfect, but she was confident. She answered every question honestly. At the end of the interview, the manager smiled. "We would like to offer you the job." Mia couldn't believe it. She had finally achieved something she once thought was impossible. When she returned home, she hugged her mother. "I got the job." Her mother smiled and said, "I knew you could do it." Mia looked back at her journey. She finally understood the truth. The job wasn't free. Her English wasn't free. Her confidence wasn't free. Her success wasn't free. She had paid for it with months of practice, patience, mistakes, and hard work. And that was okay. Because some things are worth paying for. The lesson: we often look at successful people and think they are lucky. But we don't see the hours they spent learning. We don't see the mistakes they made. We don't see the days when they wanted to give up. We only see the result. Remember, nothing valuable comes for free. If you want better English, practice. If you want a better job, learn new skills. If you want a better future, start building it today. You don't have to change your whole life in one day. Just take one small step. Learn one new word. Practice one new sentence. Do one thing that moves you closer to your dream. Because one day, those small steps will become something much bigger. And when that day comes, you will understand that the price was worth it.